Hey party people, what's going on? It's your boy Carter, and this is the Odds Are podcast. You know, I feel like I have an obligation to you guys to help out, right? And I'm not smarter than the next guy. I'm not handsomer than the next guy. I'm definitely older than the next guy. But hopefully, I can help you out at some point and make you think about some of your decisions and give you some insight to make you a better. All right. My name's Carter. This is the Odds Are podcast. I'm thankful and grateful that I have a family and a network of people that I believe in and believe in me. And I'm stoked to be here and I'm stoked to help you. And I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. And I hope you get to spend time and afford it. And peace.
Hey, good Saturday night. Welcome in, everybody, to Twitter. This is The Pick is in Week 13. My name is Heywood. I am a lifelong sports junkie, lifelong fantasy football player since the 90s, played DFS since mid-2000s, been sports betting since 2013, 14. I am grateful to be here. Thank you for being here. I want to bring in my one and only co-host, Jonah Stormrider.
Heyo.
Hey, what's
Good
up,
evening,
Jonah?
folks? What's up, man?
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you, sir?
Not too shabby, man. Not too shabby. Good to see you tonight,
right.
brother.
Likewise, man.
Yeah.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers, everybody at home. Thank you for watching. We love you.
All right. So before we recap next week, because we've got what's up, Nick, in the comments there. Appreciate you, man.
Whoa. What up, Nick? Nick Wilcox, our guest next week, baby. Next
there we
week.
Go.
Glad to have him on. Thanks for showing up, brother. You're up late on the East Coast. Thank you.
I love it. So before we get into a quick recap of last week for us, we've got a special guest to introduce, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we could do that. We can bring him in. We don't have to.
Or did you? Yeah, let's do. Did you want to hit the Substack real quick first?
Let's do that.
All right. Before we introduce us, you can tell I'm excited to introduce our guest. What can I say? All right. So before we do that, let's just pull up as a reminder. Of course, you guys all see down below the phoneboothpodcast.substack.com, and this is what you'll find there. So you'll see our podcast here from the boys at the Phone Booth Podcast. You'll see this is our tab where you'll see all of our streams. There's also a whole bunch of other streams like the Here's the Thing podcast with Snoop, who's in the comments. Salute, brother. And then the Philosopher King podcast. That's my podcast every Wednesday evening. And then we've got a whole bunch of other, including the Phone Booth podcast. That comes out on Mondays. The live streams, which we just finished. We went from 6 to 10 Eastern. Great conversation about everything that's going on in the world, everything we want to talk about and don't want to talk about. It's just all great stuff. And then Mind of Madness with Templar. That's a great one as well. Dualistic podcast with Vince. So just lots of really fun content, lots of just great gentlemen, lots of great entertainment and great information. So don't hesitate to come on down, subscribe if you want notifications for all the fun stuff that's coming out.
Love it.
And then you want to introduce the big development. We've been putting a little extra work in on the side between episodes to try to get this up and running for the folks. You want to tell them a little bit about our next feature here?
Yeah, we finally got our YouTube's up, folks. Go give us a subscribe. YouTube, we got a couple episodes. We got the last 2 weeks up there. It's just something we've been working on, and it's looking good. Yeah. Go follow us on YouTube. Subscribe. Totally free. That helps us. And we're going to get Rumble going here shortly. And we're going to get more videos going on YouTube. So great things to come, brother. Great things to come.
Hey, little by little. What's the Phone Booth Productions motto?
Grow or die.
Grow or die, baby.
That's right. That's right.
All right. So without further ado, and before our next cheers of the evening.
I'm going to bring him in. Hey,
take us away. Introduce him.
I am so excited and grateful and humble to have my boy come on the show. He's arguably, sorry, brother, I got to say this, the best live bettor in the NBA today going. So I am super stoked to have him. Longtime buddy. He's family to me. I've known him about 7-8 years. The only guy I know that has more notes on stats than I do in my library over here. My boy Carter from the Odds Are podcast.
What up, guys? Thanks for having me. Excited.
Welcome to the show, sir. Cheers.
Cheers, man. Cheers.
Yeah,
See,
nice.
look at this. I'm the
Mug,
odd
the
man out.
Matthew mug. Look at that. Come on
I'm
now.
I'm slipping. I need a mug now.
Yeah,
What's
we
going
got you.
on?
We
I
got
know.
you. All we gotta do is get the address, and yours is in the mail, brother.
I know what I'm getting for Jonah for Christmas.
Yep, that's
I
simple.
love it. I love it. Well, thanks for joining us, Carter. Holy
Yeah,
smokes.
man. Thanks for having me. I'm really stoked,
Yeah.
man. Heywood's been a buddy for a long time, and his mind is amazing, and he's inspired me a lot. So, yeah, stoked to be here.
I
Yeah.
love it. And it's great to have another Boston fan on the show. Let's go.
Right, that's right. I wear this, and people are like, "Boston Patriots, what is that?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm old. Like, I
That's the
remember when they
OG.
changed the name to New England. Like, I'm an old dude."
I love it. I love it. Well, I always because people always get butthurt when you're a bandwagon fan. No, no, no. Guys like you and I were fans before Brady, fans before they were big.
Steve Grogan,
There you
like Tony
go.
Eason, terrible days. Like, oh man, yeah, the worst of the worst.
I love
Been
it.
a fan for a long time, brother. Die hard.
I
Die
love
hard,
it.
die hard.
Right. That's right.
Back to birth.
Yeah.
So I know Carter. You mentioned this. You're not all about the clout. You don't want a lot of. That's not the point of it all. You just love the game. You love the bet. You love the challenge. And we'll hear more about that in a second. But beforehand, I do want to pump you a little bit and get people out so that people can see where to follow you here. So Odds Are Podcast here. This is where you can follow him at Odds Are Podcast at X there. And so absolutely go give this man a follow. Heywood sent me one of your videos a couple weeks ago and says, we got to have my boy on the show. I saw
Thank
that
you.
one episode and I was like, let's go. I love your
Awesome.
perspective. I love your energy. It's great.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, old guy, get off my lawn, just telling it like it is, and not caring what people think, and fend some, love others. It's the same, it's all good.
I
One
love
thing
it.
I love about him, he loves teaching and giving back because everything he's been through, and he's not in it for the finesse and the clout. He started the Odds On podcast just to vent, use as a platform to
True.
teach as well. He has a lot of great tools in his arsenal, and it's just years of just betting and knowing sports. I've known him for quite some time, and he's adapted his how he bets a couple times that throughout our knowing each other. So I'm very proud to have this guy on.
Cool, man. Yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah, that's true. And I like your motto, right? If you're not growing, you're dying, or you're not learning, you're not living, right?
There you
So you
go.
gotta vary it up sometimes. So
There you go. I love it.
100%. 100%. Let's put up our recap, Jonah, if you don't want, for
Absolutely.
show the people at home. And don't forget to like and repost, everybody. That means a lot to us. That will really help the show. Go to phoneboothpodcast.substack.com, YouTube. We're going to show Rumble probably next week. You down with that, Jonah? We can
Yeah,
get
let's
that
do
going.
it.
Yeah. But yeah, let's pull up a recap. So week 12, the whole idea of the show is to teach like a business and not chase, be smart, not throw away money you don't have, and just it's like any other type of like sales business as far as like crypto, this and that. It's just so last week we went 36 and 35, a little over 500 on all of our legs, but we won money for the people. 0.83 bands, and that was our record through that was through Thanksgiving, and we're 139.90 in all of our legs for the year, so almost to 61%. We won the people at home 7.01 bands. Bands in my terms are units. So folks, if you started with $100, you're up $700 just by watching this show. And what we want to do is teach. That's a big thing. Giving back to the community. Forget the books. Let's beat them. They've taken enough money. They got big enough freaking casinos and sports books. They don't need to take any more money. So we're here as a community, folks. We're here to help. Not here for clicks. It's honest. It's transparent. And like I said, it's no fluff, no filter with us. So not bad.
love it.
I love it.
Awesome,
I
man.
love it.
Bad. So I mean, if you want, I mean, there's a lot to dive into. Did you have any action on Thanksgiving, Carter?
I have action all the time. All
I know.
right. Well, that's
When
not true. It's like I can walk away. I'm not like I don't have to have something on a game, which is a learned thing for me. It's kind of like I used to love watching sports, right? And then I got into fantasy, and fantasy kind of kept me busy, right? And then of course gambling came along, and it's just a fun way to kind of have action on things. But I've also been able to like just sit down and watch a game. If you don't feel it, you don't need to feel it. Like, and I find like, again, I'm kind of connected. My kids are young. My son's about to go to college, so kind of see some of the younger kids getting into betting and kind of seeing what they're doing. And it's just always like they got to have action or it's things. I got to gamble. I got to get it on. I got to get something going. And it's like if you're not feeling it, like these late windows. I went in the early window today. Coming out of the early window, I had 10 wins and 2 losses. Hayward shared a lot of my bets with you, right?
Yep.
Tonight, live betting, 10 wins, 2 losses. Going in the late window, getting ready for this, hanging out with the fam a little bit and doing things, and you're not feeling it. And I wasn't feeling it. And I didn't concentrate the way I normally concentrate. And so now I'm sweating Gillespie for 3 points, right? So I can actually hit a couple bets and it's like not going to happen. And that's kind of what I mean. It's like, if you're not really focused on what you're doing, at least for me, I make mistakes or I don't get the right lay in. So yeah, I had,
100%.
a lot of action.
I love it.
So I'll play the newbie here because in a lot of ways I am new to your strategy,
Sure.
right? So
Yeah, for sure.
explain to me and also for the folks out there, what is late window and early window? What does that mean to you?
So I bet a lot of NBA, right? So I look at each sport differently. So I've run a lot of businesses, been a chairman, been a CEO. I kind of treat betting differently, right? Like what's the vertical, right? What's the vertical we're in? So let's say NBA is one vertical, right? So vertical by I mean, I don't know, you're a consumer good. Let's say it's a soda, right? So we're a
Right.
big manufacturer and that's a soda. So how am I getting that to market? How am I going to make money off that? So I look at NBA a different way than I look at like NFL, which may be like salty snacks. That's another thing. So it's like, how do I bet those things? This is where I lose people. People like turn around and go, what the fuck is that guy saying?
I
Right?
love it. I'm right there. I love
But
it.
you can't have the same strategy is what I'm saying for at least for me, for everything
Right.
you do. So for NFL, I'm like Hayward, man, I got books, right? And I got all these color codes where people go, you are insane. And I still handwrite a lot of stuff, even though I got models.
You still
But I
got the
like,
color highlights. I love it. I love
yeah,
it.
and for me, NFL is like, it's my ego play. Like I want to research and I want to be right. And we all want to be right. And I think this is one of the things with betting, right? It's like people are like, I gotta be right. I gotta be right about my pick. And people get really butthurt when somebody else hits and they don't because the reason is they got an ego and they put all that work into it. So for me,
Yeah.
NFL is like that satisfaction. Is that a word? I don't know.
It is now.
It is now.
It satisfies my need to kind of be right. Whereas NBA, that vertical for me is just live betting, data. I get all my real apps up in front of me. I have all my screens going, and I live bet based upon the data and the trends that I'm seeing, substitution patterns, fouls, lines. Really start looking at the granular details. I do live bet NFL, but I mostly kind of pregame bet NFL and then kind of back into what was I right about and what's really going to happen a little more. And then NBA is just all live.
Interesting.
I
Yeah,
feel
I
that.
love the analogy you set up earlier, which really spoke to me of kind of you see yourself as a day trader in the NBA. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely a day trader mentality. I think a lot of people, I've mentored I've mentored people, super smart dudes, but you can't run your business off a phone. Right. And I think that people don't learn that. And even in like the business community, they're like trying to run their business off a phone. It's so hard, man. And I get it. We're like on the go. We're here, we're there, we're in an Uber, we're going every place. But at the end of the day, where I found success was being able to sit down in front of the computer, get my screens up, go into FanDuel on a browser because it's easier to navigate. And I'm sure you guys have covered this, right? FanDuel is, they're scummy, right? They hide things. You can't get to things on the phone the right way. It's
Yeah,
like,
all the time.
but dude, on a browser, you can access this stuff so much easier, right? So I'm going to give the biggest tip. I know we didn't talk about this,
No,
but
I love this because you taught me this a little
yeah,
while ago with hey, use your browser on your desktop for your FanDuel. It's
right. And
way
you
better. It's way better.
open up your FanDuel, right? And go to where it says parlays, right? And go to parlays. Click on the NBA tab at the top and then go to the side, click on NBA. And if you're doing it right now, then where it says parlay builder, right? And now it's going to come down like FanDuel is going to go, oh, damn, everyone's using the parlay builder. Parlay builder is a stock ticker. Jordan, you know this as a day trader, right? Like that stuff
Yeah.
comes in real time. You're looking at real numbers. On your phone, when you're trying to access that. They don't tell you what the points are or how many rebounds they have. You're like trying to toggle between the real app and you lose it. It's not real time. So for me, it's like I'm able to get this real time data that I'm able to then leverage into, these plus 112s and plus 143s and plus, 176s and plus 225s that people are like, I don't want to bet on that crap. And it's like, dude, I'll put 7, 8, 9 motherfuckers together. And like, what happens? I'll put down, Heywood, what was I doing earlier? $25, $50, $56, and what you're doing is you're leveraging that into 225, 283. And it's not a sure thing. But when you get 7 guys that are at 13 points and you're betting them for 15 points at negative 720, nobody's going to do that alone. But when you start laying them together in a parlay of 6, 7, 8 guys, now you got that up juiced up to 223. Use a 30% boost on it, you get up to 310. So that's kind of my strategy with NBA. And then also knowing the substitution patterns.
That's huge. That's huge. That's really big, especially so folks at home. What he's talking about is the real app. Download it. Shout out to John and all the boys.
John and the boys. These guys
I learned it from this guy, and I thought I knew everything.
Oh my God. I come across so many people in betting that don't know what the real app is.
The real app is awesome. So it's an app on your phone.
Real app. John, peace.
Yes. Guys, that will give you the inside trait on live betting because it's real time in front of you. There's no lag. What you watch and what you do on your phone normally besides that app is always behind. Yes, it's the best app, hands down. It is the best app for sports bettors.
I love it.
Yeah, and it's a live ticker, and it allows me to then like start leveraging. And I think what Heywood really taught me, Heywood knows the game. Like he knows football and he knows basketball, and he gets me to think a little deeper about like I can't just pay attention to what the points are, or how many minutes this guy's on the floor. What's the substitution pattern? And now I'm really paying. It was a little tough in the beginning of the year with all the rookies coming in and people from the G League coming up and trying to figure out exactly who's going to fit into the mix. And the coaches, they don't have to know. They're like, I don't know, So they're playing with the rotations. But now the rotations are pretty set. That Coward's going to play, X amount of minutes for Memphis. He's a rookie, right? He's going to come out and get 3 to 5 points in the first quarter. He's going to sit until about 6 minutes left in the second quarter. And then he's going to come in and you know what? He's going to achieve that 10 line at some point. So just knowing what those substitution patterns is. And when FanDuel is slipping, because they do. And I don't know, but their algorithm is probably calculating that he's not scoring, but his ass is sitting on the bench. So he's gone from negative 300 to maybe negative 210 or negative 190. And now you just put him in a lay.
If I can make a good point. So you're talking about like you're watching the game on reel. You don't necessarily make a live bet right away unless you feel it. You're kind of waiting until that guy hits the bench because the more time he's on the bench, the better the odds are going to go up with the algorithm. So timing of that and knowing substitution patterns, that's very important.
Yeah, you nailed it. And it's really hard. Like people are like, how come you can't, share your live bets with me? And personally how hard it is because things close so fast.
Very. And I appreciate that. Dude, my bro you hit me 3 or 4 bets tonight and I really could have used it. So if live betting is hard to share, but we did it. And he went 10-2. Up to the night, and then he's been hot, and it's the NBA Cup too. It's competition, playing for money, playing for most points scored. It's all out right now, which is kind of different from most of the regular season. As my boy Carter knows, we have silly season at the end of the NBA, and
NBA and the All-Star break, dude.
Yeah.
That is bananas. Do not bet the week and a half before All-Star break or after, right?
Yep.
Give me the money, and I'll go take my wife out. Like, you're just gonna burn it,
And you'd be proud of me, Carter. I actually finally got a date for baseball. August 8th is my cutoff date now.
I love it.
August 8th. I went back 4 years. I got notes like you, and I got dates for every year. It started going like that, and that's what I'm doing. So yeah, you got to look out for that too. Timing on.
That's smart. It's smart to know when to bet a sport and when not to bet a sport. And I think that people I did it. I learned the hard, and I'm speaking from experience. It's like I learned my lessons. MLB, me in MLB, dude. How much did I chase home runs or power, right? Doubles and all this other crap. How much money do you waste, right? We're taking a round bat and a round ball, somebody throwing 100 miles an hour and somebody swinging 100 miles an hour and trying to figure out how to time this up into a home run. That's fucking ludicrous. Like, that is the biggest money waste or drain that you've ever seen in your entire life. And you know what? Every morning, I mean, I ran an algorithm. I crunched models. I was like, today's the day. And when you hit a 3-man, you're stoked. Dude, I hit a 3-man touchdown leg last week, a 4-man, another 3-man. Like that stuff to me is like in NFL, it's a lot easier to figure
It's
out than
it's
Major League
easier
Baseball.
in home runs, that's for sure. And compliments to you, bro. I mean this. I'm proud of you for how you have adapted over the years, your style and strategy. You have always been a data numbers guy, and we put in hours together over the years coming up
Dude,
with parlays.
hours.
Thousands,
That's don't
thousands.
sell ourselves short. Hundreds of hours, right?
I would even say maybe thousands because we used to like go back and forth day in and day out about coming up with a perfect parlay. I mean, one day we spent 7 hours building the 15 leg and we hit 14 and we got hooked,
Oh,
like pregame, completely, change your strategy with how
Yeah,
you do it. It's NBA's live. I feel more comfortable pre-gaming NFL than NBA now. And
me
it's
too.
partly because of you and what I've seen and over my nose. So props to you there. You know,
Appreciate that, man. I think that you touched on something that's like it's kind of taboo, right? But some people are kind of peeling back the curtain now. And Jonah, you probably like this, right? Like live betting is not an industry. It's you can't make money. You cannot really monetize live betting, right? So think about something that's not monetizable in day trading or commodities or whatever it is, right? That somebody hasn't done. But we can go join a Discord and we can find a million people that are going to offer us a pregame bet or a lean on a stock or here's what I'm on, here's what I'm looking at when the bell opens. That's a business, and people got to monetize that business because hey, here's my 7 leg, here's my 9 leg, join my Discord, 49.95. And it's no shade. It's not like Jupiter's coming over the sun or anything. Like, good for them. They've like made a business and monetized it, and 100 people times $50.
it's good money.
That, that's a nice month.
Yes.
yep.
But at the end of the day, that's where we've been conditioned as bettors. We got to get our bets in. We got to get our bets in. Dude, live betting, we're out getting a Christmas tree, we're trimming the Christmas tree. Like I can walk to the computer, hit on, and the data is right there. I don't need to be there at the
Well,
beginning of the game. I don't need to be there at the end of the game. I need to be there when I need to be there so I can be there for the family or the kids or anything else that I need to be. But when I want to be in front of the computer, I don't have to chase bets. I don't have to give people money. I don't have to tail dudes. I don't have to get in a Discord chat, prove my bet's better than your bet. Look at our bets and aren't we great? Look at fuck you. You don't hit. I can't believe I'm paying you money for hitting. And it just becomes this like industry of it, it's predatory almost because people then enter it and take over from the good people, the real handicappers that really care about
All right.
people
yeah.
hitting.
What were we gonna say, Jonah? I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, ah, shoot, I lost the thought. Oh no, I was gonna say I can't tell you how many parlays I've saved. I've recovered my money. Let's say I put $50, whatever, on a parlay, $20, $50 on a parlay, and then I see that one of the legs that I had bet would go, the favorite would win, and they drop down 15, 14, 14, 18 points to start, and
Right.
then you live bet the plus 12 or whatever,
Yep.
and they come, throw down $100, save your whole parlay, and you end up even if they lose by 10. So
So,
it's a great way to save a failing bet.
yeah. So, Carter, I got to ask this. It's kind of personal. You were a huge pregame better when I first met you.
Huge, massive.
Huge. Like, did I have an influence on in-game live betting for you?
Yeah, you did. I mean, there was a time there that you and I were like going back and forth, and you were starting to like do
Dude,
live
I
bet.
got hot for a while doing it right with
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
and my whole thing was like anything. I mean, I'm from back east. Like I kind of got a work ethic of like if you're gonna do anything, you do it at the top level, right? And for me, it was like the pregame betting part wasn't doing it. And when you were diving into like data and you were like sending screenshots of, here's why, here's why, here's why,
Yeah.
I picked this, it kind of triggered this thing in me of like, dude, invest, like, let's go all in on this. And that's kind of what I've done with live betting.
Yeah.
And just as much, one of my business partners, super smart dude, he used to be a gambling coach and um, way laid back. But he said to me, you're an idiot. So why? He goes, you don't win pregame betting. And I said, I win. He's like, how much do you win? I'm like, I win enough. He's like, yeah. do you win like once every 19 bets? And I'm like, yeah, something like that. And he's like, okay, just live bet. Just listen to me. Live bet. And that has rung in my head until it like slapped me in the head. Like I was betting WNBA.
Dude,
And,
you're killing on that, by the way.
I was killing it. Killing it. And this is what actually got me into live betting. Not that I don't want to take over your podcast, but
You're
No,
good.
it's
You're good.
great.
No, we
yeah.
love hearing this. You're
Oh, cool. Awesome.
people.
But yeah. So WNBA, like I got this one dude that I work with, and he's like, I don't bet WNBA. Why? And he doesn't bet it for one reason or another. And I'm like, dude, it's easy money. It's like, well, I don't know anything about it. There's only like 15 people that really can play at this elite level, right? And it was just watching the Real app. And at first, I didn't know any of the players in WNBA, but I said, I want to kind of learn it. And I went in and I started looking at the shots, like how many shots are they hoisting, and then starting to look at when they were actually shooting. And then I started going, all right, well, this is the person that gets the volume. And then I started looking at assists. Okay, this is the guy or girl that's going to be handling the ball a lot. And then I just started live betting WNBA. And when NBA season came this year, I'm like, I'm going to take the exact same strategy because it's just data, right? There are personalities, and I'm going to apply that to NBA. And yeah, I've been really successful with it. But yeah, it started with WNBA for sure.
So here, it's actually kind of funny you bring up WNBA. I have a little pet theory I haven't actually fully strung out yet, but
Oh yeah,
you numbers guys, because you guys are both smarter than I look, I think.
yeah, figure that one out. Wait a minute.
I know it's not saying much, but hey,
That's funny.
but so this thought. So I heard an interview. It was like maybe 3 months ago. It was I don't know the NBA players very well. Carter, you probably know better than I. But it was like one of Caitlin's supporting. It was like the second best on the team behind Caitlin Clark. I don't remember her name, but anyways, she stepped up once. Caitlin had a bad game. She stepped up once and just really performed.
Probably Sophie Cunningham.
Yes, it was Cunningham for sure.
Okay,
Yep,
yeah,
the beautiful blonde. Yes, that one.
yeah, yeah. And she came to her defense, and
But isn't so? There was one interview in particular that caught my attention, and this may not be PC, but we'll just throw it out there for folks. But she had said, "Well, I knew that I had to step up if we're going to win this game because I knew that Caitlin was on her period and was not feeling well." And it hit me. I was like, I bet you we could start to figure out every 28 days these women when they're going to hit the under and go heavy on the under. If we know when these women are hitting it, let's go.
Have you ever heard
I like out of the box theories, but I'm definitely not touching that
one. This guy. That's
like the silent what is it, the silent algorithm you figured out. You're like, I'm gonna just
right.
Yeah, I mean, anything.
Hey, can you tell I had a lot of sisters growing up? I know how this works.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Love it. So yeah, you're definitely data is huge with me and this guy. Data, it's all about the data. You don't know the data, you know what's going on, and there's other things that go on it. So, folks at home, what he's saying is basically just know your data before going to the games, and then figure out patterns and and rotations, and then figure out that good spot to bet in game live and alt lines. Like I never knew this guy to do a minus 2,200 on a leg on a parlay. He always chewed me out anytime we worked on parlay. So put that on there. You do enough of them and you know it's going to hit. Yeah. Who cares about the odds? As long as it's going to hit. That's the thing. Between me and this guy, we probably have like 10,000 hooks. I'm not BSing you. Like
that's
I'm being honest. I'm being honest. And now we're not hooking at nowhere near like we were. It's because learning and don't be greedy unless you're on a heater a little bit, but don't be greedy with the lines. If a guy's averaging 25 and he's put him for 20 like during the lane and just combine it with other lines. I mean, and
I think you nailed something really important, Heywood. Like a lot of people are and I used to get this way too. Oh, I saw Jay Farr, one of these awesome dudes that I respect, hit, the 12,343. And I'm just like, man, I need one of those because he put $500 on it and he cashed, those are rare.
Yes,
and it takes a skill level that certain people they have that we just may not have, right? Like they've figured out their vertical, I guess is what I'm saying. So for us to think that we can even start to play in their vertical it's almost nonsense, right? So you either tail them, which is, what a lot of people would do, or you sit there and try to replicate it. But for me, I had to grow out of that. Like, and it really
Yeah.
came to what my financial status is too. I think we don't really talk about that as bettors. Like not bankroll. I'm just talking about what you have and what you don't have. So for me, sometimes it's like I got down to 18 cents the other day. I had it all out. Right. And for me, it's like, but I know like it's calculated risk. I am a financial conservative. Like I know that it's coming back. Like I would not make the bets unless I knew it was coming back in. Do you know what I mean? Of course, you
Yep.
can get hooked. Of course, somebody could get injured. Of course, somebody can foul out or get a technical foul. But to be able to live on that level of like, I'm good. I'm good. Like it's okay if this all disappeared. I'm okay. And I think that when I was not financially stable, I would make decisions of like, I got to pay a bill, or I got to pay the rent, or I got to help out with this, or I got to do this, or the whips do, or it's like you start thinking and you
Yeah.
need, and you get that tightness that
That
we all
emotional
get.
attachment of that decision. Yes.
And I'm not saying that that makes anybody any better or not, but
But
what I even do is when times are tighter, I still try to gamble like it's not because I'm making, I think, less emotional decisions and
Hmm.
better. It gives me better insight into what I'm doing because I'm just looking at numbers and data. I'm not like, yeah, but the whips do. I got to pay the note, and it's more like,
Yeah.
no, no, no. This is the money that goes over here, and this is what I do with it, and this is how I utilize it. So I think a lot of that, like a lot of people are like, they don't take in consideration what somebody's status is, and gambling's different for everybody based upon what their bankroll is, where they live, how they operate. Do you know what I mean? Their emotional attachment to money in general. Like
Absolutely.
it goes deep and psychological. I think Joni, you're that kind of guy that gets all that.
no.
Yeah. Well, especially because, like I was sharing with you before,
Jonah's
we
definitely
were
smarter than what I look. That's for sure.
when when we were talking precast, we were talking about like because you said day trading is how you
Yeah,
see this, and that's what I did professionally for a bit, and that's totally an emotional game. And if you're not what do you say? What's the word? If you're not like a good patron of your emotions, in other words, if you're not a good guide of your emotions and able to
yeah,
just kind
I
of
like that.
manage them well, then you're cooked.
Yeah,
It's a
you gotta be comfortable with being uncomfortable sometimes.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I identify with that. I think that once we can make, and I think that goes for life too, and that's what my podcast is more about too. It's like old man, like life experience. Like I experienced this shit, so you don't have to. And you want to invest. It's kind of like the players, right? You want to invest in good things in your life, right? Good friends, good investments in general. Your coworkers. You want to work with those that are investable, that aren't going to just suck you in everything out of it and take and take and take. You want to work with givers, and I think in players in general, and how you bet is that you have to make good investments. You have to understand that this person may f you today, but overall, they're a good
Yep.
investment. John Collins is perfect, right? People are like, "You bet John Collins." As long as he scores 2, and that's my rule. If you're not scoring, I don't bet you live. If you have zeros on the board, you're not getting my money. You're not getting my coin.
Yep.
But the minute you put up 2 and John Collins puts up 2 within the first 3 minutes, I'm like, "Yep, he's on the right trend." I will bet him for 10. He covered 10 easy today. Throw him in a lay. Like, those are investable players. Quickly. You know me and Quickly,
Oh yeah.
Heywood.
And Brandon Ingham is banned.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, no,
Is he
he's
not
done it.
banned yet? But he shoots a lot the last few nights. That's
Yeah.
like, man. But yeah, IQ is one of your guys. There's certain players that are like,
Cade Cunningham,
yeah, cutting.
FanDuel devalues Cade all the time. So if you try to live bet Cade in the first quarter, his odds are ridiculous. He was like minus 800 or minus 1200 to get to 25 today. You got to wait for the right time. You got to wait till he goes to the bench. The algorithm straightens itself out. He was
Yeah,
at 7 or 9 points. I banged him for 25 and I got him at like minus 420 or something like that. But I packaged him with 3 or 4 other guys. Like it's just those are investable people, man.
yeah.
Like those are guys that got you.
Was that a 9 leg, the 10 leg? That
Yeah, I think we had a 9 leg on that today.
so real
That's
quick, not to throw the conversation to right field, Jonah. pull up that video, that his post with the video. And folks, we should have showed this earlier, but this guy knows what he's talking about as far as like strategies and like just being real as far as betting. I want to show why. So I want to show his best night in the NBA live betting that he ever had, and he's still on the heater. I mean, brother, I'm very proud of you, your work.
Thanks, man. Yeah,
Very
thanks,
proud of
man.
you. Very proud of you.
It's funny. I say to the wife, I'm like, I hit 18 bets the other night. How much you lose? I'm like, 2.
2.
You know, you know the wife, right? The first
Yeah.
question.
How many lose?
I'm like, 2. So how much did you win? And then when I showed it, I was like, she's like, okay.
Okay.
You know,
All right.
she's
All right,
invested.
here we go.
Oh, sweet.
Here we go.
Don't forget to give our boy a follow, everybody. Go give him a follow and listen to him.
Here comes Aaron Holiday.
All live.
These are all live bets, unedited. That's why I got the music and the actual broadcast in the back.
Minus 1600. Yeah,
Minus
like
483.
yeah. Bunch of lines together. All lines.
Plus 325 on that one. Look at that. That's like 11, 12, 13 dudes right
13. Mamu.
there. Right, that's a loss. That was one of the losses. Plus 111 total for 7 guys. That's an 8-legger.
This is a span of what? An hour and a half, 2 hours of live
It's
betting?
like, yeah, 3 hours. So early window, late window. It kept going, which was remarkable. Sometimes it's like, when you said Jonah window, I mean like the early games versus the late games. Kind of like the NFL. You know, you have the 1 o'clock games and then you have the 4 o'clock games. So early window, late window.
Gotcha.
Same thing for NBA kind of. I mean, they overlap, but kind of look at it as East Coast games versus West Coast games. There's Cade. There he goes.
On a bunch.
So Cade will get the 3 figures. Like Cade will always get the 3 figures. I'm a super conservative bettor. People are like, "What's your unit size?" I'm like, "That's a very personal question." It's like,
I mean, yeah.
25, 50, but Cade will get 3 figures. He might get a very strong 3 figures because I know that he's going to get to 20. I know he's going to get to 25, and normally we're not going to catch him at the right odds. But
You like the term bands? You like that?
I like it. Yeah, you connect with it. I mean, you know, it's kind of.
My boy created it a while ago, and I was like, I'm going to take that. I like that.
I like it.
Nobody else uses it, but
I do like it, man. I do like it. Yeah, you're a smart dude, man.
nah.
And handsome too. I mean,
Let's not go too far, Carter. Let's
all right. He paid me to say it. I had
to. Did you want to talk? I know Heywood, you wanted to talk a little bit about Thanksgiving games.
All underdogs won. I think you had a couple of them with receptions, I believe, Carter. I had a couple.
Yeah.
And I had a couple in-game lives and one pregame. No,
look at my handle. See what I hit.
All Thanksgiving, it was all underdogs. Every one of them won. You know, that's kind of different. You know, there's some good games, especially for player props and live. All games were, had some points. The night game was probably not as good, but that one was still good. But Thanksgiving was a good night for the NFL.
It was a fun day for sure.
Yeah, I hit some reception lays. I mean, that's what I play mostly for NFL. I'll put some touchdown lays together, but when we talk about predictable data, for me, predictable data is receptions. And this is where I geek out in my book, and I go through it, and I can tell you on any given game what anybody caught. And then I just start looking at, what's the predictable rate of return? And when I say that to some people, they look at me like the deer in the headlights. And it's like, is that dude going to show up today or is he not going to show up? That's all I mean. Is he really is he going to show up?
Nick Wilcox, 9-3. So
9-3 on Thanksgiving. There we
That's
go.
pretty good. His is his pregame. Carter, he's a guy I connected with over the summer through the Fantasy Football Expo. He's got his own show. He's good with bets. Good dude. And Nick Wilcox, go follow him.
Awesome.
Friday was great as well. That's right.
Yeah, go Bears. And now they're contenders, Snoop. Beating the Eagles. Yeah. They're contenders, man. They're looking good. They're looking really good. Coming to fruition. Definitely.
I got a highlight from the Green Bay Lions game. If you guys want to take a look at this quick highlight here.
Looking, floating for the corner. Waits, he is
Is he in? Waiting for the signal. Yes, he's in. He gets it. Looking to run. Right side. Montgomery. Trucks in. Touchdown, Detroit. Here's Love. Looking corner. Throwing that way. It is caught by Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Packers.
Out, going to try to create a little space.
Blitz. They get Williams. He
Good
breaks
game.
the tackle. Jameson Williams. How did he do that? Touchdown, Lions. Love. Loads up.
I hear you, Nick. I hear you.
I did not bet Wick. He does not get my coin. He does not get the coin.
I bet him for 2.
That's risky.
Love. Looking around, pressure in his face, throws, it is caught!
What a grab.
Octavian legs, lost his shoe, didn't matter. First down, Packers, and that will do it.
That was a good win for the Packers. That was a good win.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Definitely. Yeah, Nick, I definitely feel you about Wicks. You don't know who's going to go off for the Green Bay receiving core, But
Very tough to bet.
I give it up for him. My buddy, dude. He's up on the East Coast. He's never up on Saturday night. That's awesome. He's next week's guest. So that's awesome.
I had a nice the Bears game was nice to me. Burden I hit for 4 receptions and Loveland for 3. And that was a live bet, but I did do a pregame bet that you were talking about earlier. That was Goddard, Loveland, Brown, Adunze, Burden, Hurts, and Caleb Williams for 125, Hurts for 125. That paid nice. That was like plus 179. That was a pregame bet.
Yeah.
Cashed out, put some 3 figures on there and yeah. Got an 11-legger as well.
So proud of when I first met you, brother. For real. All about the +2 megas all the time. And now it's not about it's about the unit size, the personal question, right?
Yeah.
It's about that for the lower odds, and just being smart as a gambler. You don't shoot for those crazy parlays. Like you do.
But you got to learn your lessons too. I mean, like MLB taught me a ton of lessons. It taught me, and sometimes it's like when you're being nudged in the fork in the road to go one way and you continue to go the other way. It's like I finally went the way I'm supposed to go. Yeah. You got to match your style of betting to the way your brain works, and I think for me, it's like. I think you're exactly the same, Heywood. You can walk in a room, you can analyze everything real quick. You know who to chat up. You know where the pretty ones are. You know where the guy that's too smart in the room. Like data, right? You just process data in real time, and I just had to figure out how to start betting. But yeah, it's worked.
Didn't we hit I think my all-time best is a 20 leg, and I think because we were collaborating for a while. I think you tailed that one. I think you hit a couple 18, 20 legs as well.
You got a 22 leg in there someplace.
Yeah. That was fun. I loved it.
Fun. Those are fun. It's. I don't like sweating though.
I know,
right?
But what's funny was when I hear people I try to stay off ags. I mean, it's such a. I don't know. It's like the negative society, right? Like everybody's down on everything and everything's just a clusterfuck. I don't get it. But for me, it's like I was coming across somebody who was like, I haven't hit a bet in 19 days. It's like, how do you not hit a bet in 19? Like, take the layup, take the minus 112, just to see green. Like take the minus 146 just to see the green. Like, how do you go 19 days without hitting a bet? It's like, I don't want to sound like,
it's building.
I don't want to shit on anyone. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just like,
it's also business savvy. I mean, if you go lottos every single time, then it's gonna be tough.
That's what I mean. That easy money. I hit you remember that? Hey, was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. $5.08 for person touchdown late.
Oh yeah.
$5,000, right?
$5,000, yeah. Off something.
Then I hit the same day with the same 3 people and added another one and hit for $3,000. So I hit $8,000 off $11.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Those are rare.
Very
still
rare.
waiting.
Still waiting. And you make a good point with there's cappers out there that discords and charges. A lot of them that I just look at. I'm just curious on their bets. There's a few of them that me and you like. We don't. Sometimes they get a couple of huge ones and then they cold.
Yeah.
And that it's not like an everyday thing or more consistent thing. Forget throwing your money away. It's like a business. Build it.
Yeah,
take the easy layup.
and now people are tracking the cappers and like it's like now we got podcasts on like cappers that are like you know what it's just that's why I feel like if you can just live in your own world and do your own things, and that's kind of why I even hesitate to even share bets sometimes, right? It's just because like I
Yeah.
don't want any blowback. I mean, I literally do this because I love sports. Like I love sports and I love data. And for me, it like gets the kicks off. But when I share something or used to share, and then you have like an accountability to like people that are starting to pay you, and then you start dealing with the hate or the blowback. It's like,
Well, and then now, in addition to having to manage the emotions of the actual betting on the games, now you're having to deal with the added emotion of letting down the people who are relying on you.
and
Yeah.
that's hard.
Yeah.
Especially if they're in situations where they're DMing you and they're like, "Do you know like my situation?" It's just like, "Oh my god!" Like I've been there, man. I've been like homeless on the streets of a foreign country. Like that's a real thing. Like I get how hard it is, but I can't like, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's tough. That's why I just try to even to come on here. It's kind of like I'm not trying to. Just me, man. I'm not here to sell you anything.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
neither are
I'm
we.
not
Neither are
selling
we.
you a cord. I'm not selling you a pick. I'm not selling you. I don't need impressions. I don't need Twitter to pay me. I don't need Monster Energy behind me. I don't, Back to the Future would be a nice sponsor,
There you
right?
go. There you
Right?
go.
We
They
got we
hold
got
that almanac, right?
we got to buy the DeLorean. We got to get one. We got to get one.
Can you imagine? Oh my
I
Oh
love
goodness,
it.
man,
amazing.
I
man,
love it.
yeah. I totally. I mean, the whole idea of what Jonah and I do is like, yeah, we don't like stress it to try to like get a bunch of people want to pay us for stuff. No, I want to help and contribute. And
But you've always been that person.
I want to help.
Like from the day I met you, you've always been like you're like hard on the sleeve, like this isn't the Mutual Admiration Society, but you're just like a good dude. Like and it comes across in the content that you're producing of like you're trying to help people, and you can't always win, but you're literally doing the best that you can based upon your brain to help people.
Yeah, I never thought about doing social until like earlier in the summer. Like I was not social media. All my friends just like you got to use your brain for something, man. You got a lot of knowledge up there in sports. You could help people. So
You do. I
I
mean,
love it.
your fantasy, like you taught me, like I started like going on, what's the website?
you started using some fancy
Yeah, I use
websites.
Fantasy
Yeah,
Pros for a lot of stuff, especially Red Zone, right? So when I'm actually cooking up my pregame bets, right, I'm like, all right, so I know who's going to get the targets here because I figured out who's soft against tight end, right? But now we got three tight ends. We got Wright, we got Laporta, we got so and so. Like, who's going to get targeted? We know Laporta is going to get targeted in the red zone, but is he going to get targeted within 10 yards in the red zone? I go to Fantasy Pros. Fantasy Pros is telling me it's Brock Wright. So I'm like, all right, dude, I'm going to lean on Brock Wright this time, and it's like, so yeah, I use some of the tools you kind of
I love it.
clued me into.
Yeah, I mean,
I love
fantasy
it.
football is what got me into betting because just numbers and knowing things, and I've expanded to NBA over the last like by a few 3-4 years now for NBA fantasy. Baseball 2 years. I did very well on baseball betting this past summer. Just got to know when that cutoff day is. I'm good.
You're a strikeout guy, right?
Oh, I did really good on
And I think
really good.
that's the most predictable rate of return in
Yeah.
Major League Baseball, right? I
Yeah.
think that you were killing it for a little while there.
Yeah, I did very well. Pitching, alt lines,
Yep.
finding the best matchup for the day and pregame
Yep.
in it. I did a few in-game live betting, especially if you get like the back end of the lineup with
Yeah, you do the three
the
3
three
Ks in the
Ks in
inning.
one
Yeah, you
inning.
love that.
Out, yeah,
You're
dude.
with
Like
it. Yeah.
if Skeens is facing the bottom of the lineup and he already has 5 strikeouts, you know, put a few bones on it.
Yeah, I love it.
Put more dollars on two, to
Yep.
cover your ass, but you win money. And I did really good at it. I like baseball's awesome, but basketball right now, the NBA Cup, and I believe it's over December 16th, I believe. So we got a little bit more time to keep cashing in and doing right with us, man. This is good stuff.
Yeah, we only got a couple more. Well, we probably got what? And like we said, those 2 weeks before the All-Star break, and then like hard stop. Like
Yes.
literally, we gotta go bet some NHL or something.
That's more you. Hey, and this guy too, Jonah's been doing some NHL lately.
Have you?
A little bit,
Dabble,
yeah.
dabble a little
Yeah,
bit.
a little bit.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I love. At first, I was shots on goal, but they rescind so many of the shots on goal that it just started frustrating me. And then
Yeah.
I was tailing. I forget who it was. Some dude out of New Jersey who's a real smart dude.
Thank you, Nick, for the repost, brother.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
Much love.
And he switched over. He said, you know what? I'm starting to play points, and then I started playing points on NHL. And again, there's a lot of data, and I could really dive into it without going over the top. I'm not looking at, the top of the right hand blue circle to see who shoots and where they give up the most shot. Like that is not me. But you can go so data heavy, it's crazy, especially now.
Totally.
Yeah, well, if you've Carter, if you've watched, I know you've watched our show before, but if you've seen, I rely heavy on referee tendencies and social media trends of where the emotional energy is behind this or that team. Because my thought process is this: obviously, we're all human beings. If you've got a human being in a striped jersey on the field in a striped uniform, there's a lot of emotions at play that if a call could go either way, is he one who tends to go in
Right.
historically in favor of the home team because he wants the affirmation of the crowd, he wants that energy, he loves that energy? Cool. Maybe he just has beef against this particular head coach. Cool. Like you can kind of see if you look closely at those patterns, and it's very telling. It's very telling.
Yeah, in fact, the guy that told me to lie bet was really big on refs, right? And we look at and that's something that I used to do when I ran my own models and algorithm. Part of the when we feed everything in, what percentage was the refs and the crew, and what foul calls are on what position the most, and that really factored into producing the output. So I think you're right on
Yeah.
with the refs for sure.
Yep. And that one NFL crew that got fired in the offseason, have you noticed all the Kansas City Chief games have always had a different crew?
Really, I
Yeah,
haven't noticed that.
look at the
But I'm
record.
pretty happy as a Patriots fan that
I
they
know you are. That's why I'm bringing this up. That's why I'm
I
bringing this
do
up.
like Mahomes. I got to admit,
Oh, yeah.
I do
How
like
can you not?
Mahomes. I'm
How can you not?
sorry, everybody. I do like Kelsey, and I do
I
like
mean,
Hollywood Brown. I do like the team as a makeup. They're Kansas City, so New England.
Yes, Nick,
Mahomes
the rest
has
of you suck.
probably the most punchable face in all of
Yeah.
NFL,
Who's that?
though.
Who?
Mahomes.
Mahomes?
He's got just that punch.
The Grover voice.
I mean, he's a cool guy, probably, but it's just like, oh, get that smug.
For a guy that grew up in, his dad was a Major League Baseball player. He grew up in the limelight with a bunch of money. I feel
Yeah,
like he's still like relatable. And I think that's really
yeah, that's
hard
fair.
for a
That's
lot of
fair.
people like Shador Sanders. Is he relatable? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know him personally, but for me at first glance, he doesn't look relatable.
Jonah, look at the
Yeah.
comments. There's
I love this. Nick, you're a man after my own heart. Just remember it. It's all scripted. 100%, Nick. Oh man, I can't wait. I'm a big fan of that. I think I was just joking with Carter earlier before we started the stream, and Heywood, you know this, but I was talking about how 9/11 happened. We needed support for the Patriot Act and the war, so the Patriots started their dynasty. And then New Orleans got hit by the Katrina, and then the Saints won the very next
right.
Super Bowl. It goes on and on and
Happens.
on. And then Hillary was supposed to win in 2016, and the Cubs won. The Cubs, right? So the Cubs won against blue beat red in that World Series right before the election. It's
That's wild.
it's all over the place. The little sub.
I'm gonna
So
have to get up on game on all that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think there's
I'm
narratives for sure. I think what you're saying has a lot of merit. Absolutely.
Good. I didn't know much. He brought me open to a lot of narrative things.
Now you remember, you're much better, Heywood, than I am with names, and I can't remember the gentleman's name at the moment. But there's a Cubs player. I'm from Chicago, so I'm always eyes on the Cubs. But
Cody Bellinger.
Bellinger, right, with the 420.
On 420, what do you do, Jonah?
Okay, so this is 3 years ago now, 420s ago.
Listen to this card. It's pretty crazy.
I'm listening.
He hit a home run on 420, April 20th.
Yep.
He hit a home run. It was his fourth home run of the season, his 20th hit, 420.
Yep.
he hit it out of the park 420 feet.
I think I remember seeing this on
The-
Twitter. Yeah.
Not only that,
mentioned
but the odds of him hitting a home run on FanDuel before the game started was plus 420.
Wow.
Really? See, I
And
was in
it's
a
been-
Discord for a long time, and there was a guy that would only bet 420. Right?
No pun
Like,
intended, right?
That was his system. This motherfucker hit it all the time. Like, we were just like, "How are you doing this?" He's like, "Oh, dude, it was 420. I hit it." I'm like,
Nick says, Carter, you're missing out. And he says 3 420s ago. It's hilarious. But actually, you know what's but this is my bet. Because of all the 420s, I believe that next April, it's going to be his last 420. So it's going to be his fourth 420. And that's it.
"Oh
He's
wow,
done.
look at you."
That's what I think.
That would be crazy.
But we'll see. Yeah. But he's three 420s in a row. So every 420, he's hit a home run.
That's crazy.
Every April 20th. Yep.
That's crazy.
So now it's wild stuff. And actually, there was another one. I remember I had just sat down at this Italian restaurant at the bar and I was starting my meal. I was there visiting my fiance. This is years ago. And I remember looking up and it was like, I can't, what was it? It was like, it was in the middle of the football season. And I remember seeing the number on the jersey, it was like the quarterback was 17 and the date was the 17th of the month. And I was like, I wonder if he has a wide receiver. Like, I don't know if it was like 11, right? November. I don't remember what exactly it was, but I was like, I wonder if he has a wide receiver 11. And I was like, oh, and I saw he did, and he was actively playing. And I'm like, I wonder what the odds are. And it was like plus 3,200 for him to score a touchdown. And I was like, I'm putting $10 on that right now. Just gamble on it. Now, as soon as I'm about to hit submit, FanDuel goes blank because the bet is no longer allowed.
Mm-hmm.
And I look up, the ball was snapped, and he catches the ball and runs 20 yards into the end zone. Number 11, I was just like, I missed it by 5 seconds. But that's the kind of number of oddities. Call it synchronicity. Call it chance. Call it whatever. It's fun.
I don't know how many times I walked into a track, right? It doesn't matter where the track is, right? It could be Hong Kong, it could be California, it could be Del Mar, and I bet the 4 horse in the 4th race, right? And that motherfucker hits. Like it's kind of like when we grew up, like, you know, it's always the 4 horse and it comes from some movie. I forget. My old gambling guys that are like 20 years older than me could tell you. But
preach it, Nick.
Scam duel. That's so true.
Right
now, I'm sure that we could shoot the breeze for hours. I want to get. Are there any bets pregame? I know you typically do the live bets there, Carter. For NFL, is there anything live that you want to draw our attention? I mean, any pregame that you want to draw our attention to for tomorrow?
So the only real thing that I was super. Let me get my notes. Heywood, you gotta take it away.
No problem. He's got a library of them, man. A whole room. He's
love it.
He's got more. He's seriously like, I thought I had a lot. I got a couple filing cabinets.
Got my
it.
leans.
I love it.
Yeah, I like.
I know you normally do your homework on Saturday nights. So
I do. And now since we moved back an hour, so I got a little more time in the morning. I do them in the morning now. But Jacksonville wide receivers, yards and receipts. So what I do is I find the leans at night, and then I really dial in before the game, and I get more granular. So I'll look through all the wide receivers lately over the last 3 to 5 games and figure out who's been getting most of the targets, who's been getting most of the catches, and then I kind of back into it. But Jacksonville wide receivers, I'm hot on. What else am I leaning on here? Let me see. Good radio. I mean, good podcast when it's nobody talking.
Nick loved your comment. Let me get my notes.
Dude,
I love it.
I have
a true capper right there.
I have like too much, right? Like my wife, I'll tell you right now, she's always looking at my corner going, you know, because it's everywhere.
I love it.
That's funny.
Heywood, what do you want?
I'm definitely more of a Excel or Google Sheets spreadsheet with the automatic calculations and recalibrations and all that. I'm a spreadsheet. I'm a freak in the sheets, you could say.
I like it.
Yeah, Heywood, I've got some of your.
I can sit in my comfy chair because I'm old. old, and I like to
I
sit
love
there.
that.
You're a lot more. So
Cranking
you're a
on
lot
my
more
TV.
organized. I have like thousands of these. I have like
Oh, dude, I got
thousands,
I
thousands
just
of these.
organized
So,
it like 5 or 6 weeks ago,
yeah.
and it's been like the best thing. It's like under
I
plastic.
love it.
I can see the matchup right next to me.
So that's funny
First
you say
base.
Jacksonville receivers. I like tight end Strange. Oh, Nick.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. I like Strange there. I do
Yep.
like
There you go.
Jacksonville's. That's a good target. I like that. Could be a play.
Buffalo wide receivers, but they're so hard to bet. Like, who's going to get the targets? Who's going to get the action? So I really stay away from Buffalo. In fact, I do not like betting Buffalo as a Patriots fan. But Kincaid, I
I
always,
feel you.
find some money on, of course. But I don't know if he's playing.
You don't bet with your heart. You bet with your head.
This is the
Right?
truth,
Come
my
on, man. Come
man.
on.
This is the truth.
How much longer we got you, Carter?
Yeah, I got another 10, 15 minutes, whatever you need, man.
All right,
If you want to
well-
get rid of me, just tell me to,
No,
to
no,
be,
no, no.
be feet. I'm out
I'm
here.
enjoying this. Shakir, yeah, definitely. He's somebody. Shakir's always a guy for 3 catches. He's done it like almost every single game. Burned us 2 weeks ago with it, but Bills are a good live game betting team because you can't. It's harder to call pregame. But
Right.
we got one segment really left then we can talk off of that because I kind of like the conversation we're just having.
Yeah.
Jonah, if you want to pull, you could do yours and I could do mine or whatever, vice versa. I'm going a little bit lighter. I'm probably going to do more researching tonight and post with the show. I think I got like a few bets that could show up.
Yeah, you got 3 for us here.
Sorry, a little bit of pain. All right. So one of the bets I do like is Devin Neal. He's the new starting running back for the New Orleans Saints with Kamara out. Once Kamara got injured last week, Neal was on the field, I believe, 96% of the time. He did have some catches, so that's probably something I might look into as well. But they're playing Miami. I believe Miami's 29th against the run. The line's at 38.5, which is I think it's low. That's why I'm going after it. Miami's allowed 558 yards rushing the last 5 weeks, so that's a good trend. That's something I look for, tendencies, especially recently. So I just think this number's too low. I got it with a boost, and so plus 115 is normalized at minus 115. So I put a quarter band. So anybody that knows bands, a unit. So my band size is $100 base off. So $25 will win you $53.91. That's one guy I like. I might sneak to you for some reception. So I might be posting that to the link to the show. There's probably going to be a few more bets, but I might like his reception. So here's another one I do like as well. Indy has not been playing as well as they have earlier in the season. And Houston's playing a lot better lately. So Houston's the underdog. I see the 3.5. This is the regular line. This is not an alt line. I just like it straight up. I think they're going to win the game, actually. But they could lose by a field goal here. So you got some coverage and some safety net, if that makes sense. So $25 again, quarter band, wins you $45.83. Like I've been doing. I've just been building. I'm not going to win you $1,000 freaking dollars in one parlay, but most of my bets have been pretty darn well successful. Like I said, 61%, a couple bad weeks in a row. So, but I like this one. I do like this one. Plus 3.5, minus 120. I think Houston actually is going to win the game. But I keep it a field goal game. So that's one bet I do like. And
so my hope is that Houston loses by 3 so that you win your bet and I win mine because I'm taking Indy this week, but we'll get to that.
So far, this is going to be my bet of the week. Yes, I am a Cardinals fan, and I know my team. So the best tight end in football, I've been saying it all season long, is Trey McBride. I've been saying it since they've been drafted him. Love him. He's my favorite player. So I believe I should have looked into this, but now I think he's going on his 13th week in a row. No, he's had 13 weeks in a row of at least 5 catches, folks. Guaranteed. So I did a 2-leg alt line. Okay, with 2 guarantees locked together. So I put 0.50 bands. So that's $50 bet. It wins you $35.71 on top of that. It's minus 140. You're like, why would I bet $50 to win only $35? Because we're building. That's all it is. I mean, we've won you guys 7 units so far this year, and we're going to get you some more. So these are 2 I really like. I know my team. Jacoby Brissett has done this in every game that he started. The guy is just a machine when it comes to attempts. This guy is just my team is not very good, and they're throwing and throwing. They don't have a run game very much. So they do get Marvin Harrison Jr. back this week, and Michael Wilson's been a stud there lately. He's been eating. He actually showed me something the last few weeks. He showed better flashes than Marvin Harrison, in my opinion. And that's only a couple week window. I know. He wasn't drafted talent-wise, but so 5 catches is the lock. Jacoby Brissett was 250. I think his line's at 266 right now, so I dropped it down. It's 2-leg alt line, my bet of the week.
I love it. And then
I'm probably going to post some more, folks. So I'm going to get you some more money. That's what I got. We had a cancellation, and my boy came through last minute, so we adjusted. And so I'll probably post some more with the show. You like those, Carter, Jonah?
Yeah,
man. Again, I don't play lines.
I know.
But yeah, I do like McBride this week for sure. I'm looking at the numbers right now. Tampa Bay is giving up 7, 3, 4, 5, 8, 6, 6, 1, 2, 7 to tight ends, and that's kind of the way I look at everything. So I think you're right. You're spot on, man. They gave up 70 to the Rams and 7 receptions and a touchdown.
Nice.
Buffalo didn't do anything, but I think Kincaid was out that game. And then New England, for some reason, they didn't even target the tight end a lot. So they didn't even go after Henry a lot, which is weird. There was only 6 targets, and I watched that game, and 3 of them were like throwaway targets. I hate that. We need a new stat. Throwaway targets.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that.
What is that? When you like the guy, they're throwing it out of bounds, but they're considering it a target. I consume that data, dude. It's got to be correct. That is not good data.
Pay
I
attention
would
to the post, Nick. I'll post some more. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. No, you're totally right. I don't like that. I don't like that stat either.
Yeah,
I like targets. I love that.
Love targets, but the
Yeah.
target's got to be a target.
Yeah,
I think it's
I mean,
gonna
if
be
the
a radius target,
if he's throwing it away because he's getting sacked or something like that, I mean, and the receiver just happens to be in the area. I mean,
Yeah,
you're totally right.
That was happening on I think during the Philadelphia game on Thanksgiving. It's like they're considering that a target. I'm like, that dude, it's 4 feet over his head, not a bounds. Like he's obviously it's a throwaway.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah.
Another thing,
see.
I also I'm reading the comments. Yeah, Taysom Hill, I do like him a little bit. I might do a bet for him because the Saints' run backfield might be running the ball a little bit more, but Taysom Hill could be a sleeper. But yeah, Trey McBride, I love him.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. So, and I'll share in the morning. I'll share you.
Yeah. So if you ask me to send you a pregame bet, that's probably the bet I would send you. Brissett with 250 and McBride with 5.
And then Nick is asking Carter, "What's your secret for live bets, man? Come on and share."
Yeah, I think I shared earlier, man. I mean, it's really no secret. It's just being locked in. You're probably more smart than I am, but it's just if I can focus, if I can be in the zone and really take in the data in real time. So again, I use the Real app. It changed my life, and I honestly will sit down one day and basically say, "What?" Somebody says, "What made you better?" It's like the Real app. I'm consuming
100%.
data in real time.
Yeah.
And then I'm using the parlay builder on FanDuel. I only use one book. These people that bounce, and I know, Heywood, you bounce around a lot on books, but I only use one book because I can track everything. I know what I'm spending. I know what I'm winning. I also know where everything is. I don't have to hunt and pack. I go to the parlay builder.
Pre-game, I use multiple books because I shop, but live, it's only FanDuel.
Yeah. And we can line, and again, I know there's a bunch of great tools to line shop, and I have used them in the past, but when I'm talking about live betting, I need to be locked into one book, and I use the parlay builder. And you know what? That shit is updated in real time, just as fast as the app is, the Real app, and I consume that window on my laptop. And it's not secrets. It's just
and the lines are just better on FanDuel with the parlay builder. You pick your lines. DraftKings and other sites, you can't really do as much as that. There's more flexibility there. That's why we like it.
Yeah, I mean, I forget who I just bet while we were having this. I got to check on it, but let me see if it hit. Hold on. Oh, please.
Man, we slacked on the sound effects tonight. Oh man, I was just thinking about that.
It's always back in mind for me. I got to work.
That's
on
all
it.
right. I meant to do something from my boy with the.
I know, with the applause and stuff. Yeah. But I will say, once you share, Carter, once you share that live bet there for you, I got some ref info and some social media trends for you guys, and I've got the parlay that I'm going to be playing. So remember last week, for everybody watching, I was telling you that so we hit 9 out of 12 legs for my parlay last week.
That's right.
First 6 all hit. So what I do is I'll do, 10, $15 on the whole parlay. And then I'll do 10, $15 on the top 6, the first 6 games, the second 6 games. And then I'll pick a few out of there that I'm fairly confident in. And we did pretty well last weekend. So it's good stuff.
Great job, Chona.
Awesome, man.
We're gonna. I mean, I'm not hitting 18 out of 20 bets like this this guy Carter over here.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to my camera. Unfortunately, I'm down, but I'm still here. If you can hear me.
We still hear you. You're good.
Awesome. Yeah. So the live bet was Collins for 20 and Subak for 15. So Subak's covered and Collins. Let's see if we can get those two. That would be a live bet for us that we'll hit in real
That would
time.
be awesome.
All right.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's see here. We've got.
All right. Want to show what you got, Jonah?
Let's see here. Yep. So this is the 11 game parlay for this weekend here. So got the Niners over the Browns. We got it's very low total, which signals a defensive script which favors the superior team there. So the narrative has been on social media that the Niners defense dominates, and we've got ref bias. The referee bias tends to favor road favorites. So it looks like we're gonna be Niners tomorrow. We've got let's see, we got Jaguars divisional road favorite. Strong narrative on the Jaguars playoff push. Brad Allen, the referee, favors Jacksonville in this rivalry, so we're going with Jacksonville there.
Okay.
And this is where you and I differ. Heywood, we got Texans over Colts. You had Texans over Colts. I got Colts over Texans.
Dun, 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 dun.
You got spread, though. I got money line, so we could both be winners here. But reasons for that one are because, first of all, it's a major AFC South showdown. Referee tends to favor home teams in divisional games, but also there's been a narrative trend on social media pushing Colts securing divisional lead. So I thought that was interesting. And then we've got the referee here in the Dolphins same favors home favorites, and the narrative has been in favor of the Dolphins spread overwhelming struggling defenses. So that one there. We've got the Atlanta Falcons as well. Sorry if it's a little out of order here. Got the Falcons Jets game here. Where are we at? And the Falcons Jets game, actually, I have declined to bet. I don't see any clear indications either way, so there's no bet on that one there. Cardinals Bucks, we've got the Bucks here.
You better do that one.
Yeah. The ref favors. Let's see. We've got Carter back here. There he is.
Yo.
Sorry about that, guys. My camera went down.
That's all right. So the referee tends to favor home teams. Narrative on the Buccaneers' defensive strength at home. So we're going Bucks. And then with the Panthers Rams, we're going Rams. Narratives here are we got a large road favorite, and then the referee tends to favor teams covering big spreads. And the narrative has been the offensive firepower of the Rams. Interesting.
Different.
Yeah. And then we've got Vikings Seahawks game here. We've got the massive home favorites, obviously. The referee tends to heavily favor Seattle on top of that. And then you've got the Seahawk home field dominance is the narrative floating around.
It's kind of like that because let's just say Minnesota gets the kickoff and they score a touchdown on the first drive. That'd be a great read on a live bet for Seattle.
Great live bet, especially.
There you go. I like Charbot in that game. Score a touchdown. That's like one of my.
Who? I'm sorry.
Charbot.
Yep.
Yeah, super heavy on that.
Yep. Wow. And then let's see. We got the Bills-Steelers game. Obviously, Bills. This is a crucial game for the Bills. The referee tends to favor road teams in tight matchups anyways. So this is going to be – we're going to lean towards And then we've got the Bills' offensive resurgence is what's trending right now in terms of the social media farming, so to speak. And then we've got the Raiders-Chargers game. We're going with the Chargers. Divisional road favorite. Referee tends to favor the Chargers, and the Chargers playoff charge is out there in the buzz.
Dun, dun, dun,
And then right,
dun.
and then we've got the Patriots.
This is
And
your two teams, Jonah.
Let's
know.
go. Let's go,
Patriots,
Drake, man.
Giants.
Let's go. See how it all changes when you get a quarterback and a coach?
There you go. So the referee tends to favor New England in general, and you've got the Patriots' dominant season continuing is the narrative on the media, is the social media interwebs. So that's the pick, gentlemen. That's
You gonna single any of them or do your first six?
I'm going to do first six, last six, or last five in this case. And then I tend to pick middle of the packs. Not any of these the super high odds like the 950. If I want to do a one-off game, I'll avoid some of the higher odds and pick a game. Maybe the Bucks and the Broncos, Dolphins, kind of middle of the field. Stay away from the heavy upsets. Stay away from the real close contenders, and see if I can find a good sweet spot. So, but
You gonna post them with the show? That'd be great.
We'll post them.
Definitely. I like it. I mean, last week you did really good on them. I mean,
75% ain't bad. Could be better.
right. And
75% is not bad, dude.
that's funny.
I like Theo Johnson in that New England game. I think he gets three receptions easy. New England's weak against tight end. They've given up 9, 4, 10, 8, 6, 4, 10, 4, 9, 8, and 7 to the tight end. So not so much yards, even though they've given up the yards. And I don't know if Bellinger's playing in that game or not, but definitely 3. Roll that into something pregame. So we'll put that with like 3 or 4 other dudes to get it up to plus 450, plus 480. But Theo for 3, I like in that game a lot.
What do we think, gentlemen, for the lock of the week, the game of the week that we feel most confident in? What do we think?
It's all you, Hayward. You're the line guy.
You're here in New England. I mean, in honor for you. I mean, that sounds like a good one. But I know the odds ain't like straight great, but them, I would say that they're a lock.
I'd
I
be
think
inclined
so.
to, just because of my love for New England, but I really feel that the Bills, it's do or die for the Bills in a lot of ways. I feel like they have to perform here.
That's I could see that. I want that. It's just sometimes the Bills just don't tell me something, and the Steelers are up and down. That might be a good live game bet.
That's true.
Yeah.
So Patriots are your go-to. How about you?
Oh man, I mean, my lock. If you had to pick my props, it's McBride and Brissett combo. That's my number one. But if you had to ask me, out of all the games you went through, without minus 950, it'd probably be New England, maybe with a spread even.
To the antagonist, I should probably say, my lock of the week is the Colts over the Texans. Oh, them's fighting words.
By the way, just to let you guys know, we just hit that live bet. So
there we go. Let's go.
Dude.
So minus 172. I know people are like, I don't play minus 172s. Well, put 3 figures on, and when you get back, you get pretty nice. So yeah.
All right. I love it. I
like Jacoby Myers in that game. I think you guys are talking about the Jacksonville game as well.
Yeah.
I like Jacoby Myers for 3 catches. So now we got Theo, and now we got Jacoby for 3-3, right?
Yep. And Nick's going with you, Heywood, on Houston. Uh-oh. Hey, you know what, Nick? I am very well accustomed to humble pie. I have been eating it my whole life. So we'll see how it goes.
That's
well. Any final thoughts for the people here, Carter?
No, man, just really stoked. I love chopping it up with smart people. You guys are awesome, and I think that it's hard for people to kind of break their norms, right? It's hard for us to go to work a new way or to get up at a different hour, and it's like I think in my betting, I just had to do that. I think it's just changed me for a better. So sometimes you got to look at things just through a different lens or a different way of doing things, especially if it's not working. I mean, it wasn't working for me. I mean,
Yeah.
I wasn't losing a ton of money, but I wasn't winning. I wasn't seeing green, and I was getting frustrated.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I got, man.
Well,
I'm
that
stoked to be here.
that
Thank you.
that humility to kind of recognize and be able to adapt and grow, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
and lose the. I mean, as you get older, you kind of lose the ego a little bit. It's like I don't need to
Yeah.
be right. I've been married for 20 years on Tuesday. I don't need to be right.
Hey, congrats, man. That's awesome.
Thanks, brother. Thanks, man.
I
Yeah,
love it.
feels like 30.
Oh,
She
I love
loves
it.
that
I
chick.
love
It
it.
goes over real well. Dinner table with
I'm
friends.
sure she does. I'm sure she does. Heywood, any final words for the folks?
yeah, a couple. Carter, you enjoyed being on, man. I'm glad you did.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
are
it was
awesome.
it was a pleasure
Yeah.
having you, Carter.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
dude. You're always welcome if you ever want to do it again. You know that. I thought it was good. I thought it was fun. So
100%.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate you coming on, and let's more success in the future. I appreciate your friendship too.
Dude, you're one of the few people I can say I actually love in this world. So I appreciate you, and you're a true friend, and you're really you're an amazing human. So I'm glad you're doing this and giving back to the people, brother.
Thank you.
I love that. I love
Thank
that.
you. Thank you.
Well, gentlemen, good luck. Don't forget, folks, check out phoneboothpodcast.substack.com.
Yep.
Check out the Pick Is In podcast on YouTube. Check out in weeks to come, the Rumble will also be up. But other than that, good luck with your bets this weekend, gentlemen.
Yeah, don't forget to follow Jonah, me. Hey, go give my boy Carter a listen. He knows what he's talking about. Cheers, everybody.
There we go. Cheers.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Good luck.
Have a great night, everybody.